Hey guys, this is Ant from Games to Find, and in this video I'll be going over caustics. So if you don't know what they are, I'll just show you. Okay, these are caustics all around this object here, and what they are is a reflection of light rays on a surface or curved object, curved surface even. So to make a caustics render, all we need is three things: the light, something to generate the caustics, which would be the object, and something to receive the caustics, which would be the floor. So the only render this will work in is mental ray. Anything else just will not work. So what I'll do is I'll just change to mental ray. So if we go to render setup, or just press F10, come down to the bottom, click assign render, click this choose renderer dialog box, and then NVIDIA mental ray. Yours might come up different, yours might just say mental ray in it. It's no different to this one, it's exactly the same. So just click this one. Okay, so what we're going to do now is start creating the object. So what first thing we'll do is create the plane. So if we just go to top view and just set the length and width segments to 4, just make this full screen, just take the grid off because we don't really need that. So next thing is the object. So we'll just create a simple box like this, doesn't matter what size, we'll just 60 by 60 by 60 and just put this in the middle. Okay, so once that's done, all we need to do now is go into the lights and create a light. Come into standard, and then we'll click we'll click on Omnilight, and we'll just put it at the side somewhere, and then drag this up. Just come into the modify settings, and then we'll come down to the intensity color attenuation tab and change type to inverse square. Okay, so the reason we do this is because it just creates a more realistic light behavior, and which is much better. So now I've done that, we need to add the material to the floor and the cube. So I'm just going to drag a grey material to the floor, and for the cube we want to create a glass texture. So if we just drag this on here, click a new material, click standard, and wait for this to load. Here we go, and then we'll come down to mental ray. Here we are, and then what we want to find is water. Now I know I said glass, but if we just apply this and take a quick render, you'll see that it does actually look like glass. When this is loaded, this might take some time. Okay, so now that's finished. It doesn't look great at the minute, but we need to just add some more light, so we'll do that after. In fact, no, we'll just do this now. Just come into full screen mode, just move another one over here, let's make it a copy, and then we'll just drag this up a bit, just like this. Take another render. Yeah, that's a bit better. Just cancel that. Okay, so now that that's done, what we want to do is we want to come into the render setup, F10, and then going to global illumination tab, scroll down until you see caustics and photon mapping, and then just click enable. Okay, so now that's done, we'll just take another render of this. There are no caustics photon generators in the scene, so you should get this message, and this is because no object in the scene has been told to generate caustics. So what we do for this is we just right click the object, come into object properties, come into the mental ray tab, and then click generate caustics. Press OK, And if we just take another render of that. Okay, we forgot to do the light, so we'll just cancel this. Coming to the render setup. Oh, we just had it open. I don't know why I did that. And then scroll all the way down. Here we go. And then till you find geometry properties, all objects generate and receive GI and caustics. We want to tick this and then just take another render. So other than creating a shadow, we need to set the go into object properties of the lights, come into mental ray tab and click generate caustics, and then we'll do exactly the same for this one, this light, generate caustics. We'll just zoom in a bit. Oh, there we go, it's better. And then, in fact, we'll make the plane a bit bigger first. Wrong way. There we go, this will do, and then just take another render. And as you can see, it's actually generated some caustics, and I'll just let this render. Okay, so now that's rendered out, you can see that in here we have some caustics. Now this doesn't look great, to be honest, so what I want to do is just come into the settings for this. So just open your render settings in the global illumination tab. We'll just scroll down till we see this box again, and then scroll down a bit further. So first thing we want to look for is the average caustic photons per light. So what this is basically the accuracy of the caustic. So the higher it is, the better it is, the more accurate it is, and the lower, the less accurate it is. So what we want to do is just boost this up, so we just change that to 200,000. And then another thing we want to look at is the maximum number of photons per sample. So what this does is controls the softness and sharpness of the caustic. So the higher the number, the softer the caustics, the lower number, the sharper. So we'll just take this down to 10, and then we'll just give this another render. Of course, the higher the average caustics photons per light, which is the accuracy, the longer the render time. So depending on your computer, it might take a bit of time. Mine, as we're about to see, might take a bit of time, so I'll just cut this and come back when it's fully rendered. Okay, so that's the render fully done, and I think that looks pretty realistic. Okay, so that's the final render. That's it for this video. I hope you did learn something, and just give it a go, see what results you get. If you do have any questions, please leave a comment. Don't forget to like if you liked, and subscribe. Help us out a lot. Thanks for watching.